Episode 3. No preliminaries, let's just dive right into it. Okay, so we have a new intro shot for Auckland. It's still misleading. It's not as radical or insane as the previous intro shot, I think, that they showed in the last episode. In some respects, this is probably a more accurate view. My guess is they probably filmed this from Mount Eden. But the buildings, yeah, the buildings are really super tall. So they've been digitally altered. And most notably, Sky Tower is missing. Not a super accurate portrayal of Auckland, but it is science fiction.
So, here we are. Home sweet home.
We call it the garage.
Yours?
All 700 horses.
Cute toy.
Toy.
Where did all this stuff come from?
It came from me. I'll show you.
Ooh, the inner sanctum.
3 years before the Vengeance virus attack, I was the leader of a research team. We were attempting to harness the human body's natural electrical output when we had a breakthrough. The discovery of a universal bioelectric field, an unseen energy grid that connects the life force of all living things.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is effectively the Morphin Grid. However, this does beg some questions because, as those of you who watch the show know, that sometimes the Power Rangers series leaps forward into the future, or maybe just slightly into the future, like with SPD. You would think that Dr. K would know about the Morphin Grid. The fact that she's calling it something completely different, many of you know where I'm going with this. In order to get around this kind of writing discrepancy, they've created the concept of the multiverse, so like parallel universes. Obviously, this is in one of those parallel universes. It's not part of the Prime Power Rangers universe. Also, I would know this because Scrozzle, the character I played in Beast Morphers, had an interdimensional teleporter, so he was constantly jumping back and forth between dimensions. Don't know where he came from, but he was in the cyber dimension, prime dimension, the crystal dimension, and then he ended up, well, spoiler alert, back in Corinth. More on that later.
Manipulating this field allowed for unimagined advancements in technology, including these. The Ranger prototype series covert infantry biosuits.
Right. Because nothing says covert like bright red, yellow, and blue spandex.
Is not spandex. The material is a self-assembling nanofiber formed with an intercellular sheep memory alloy.
Now, is that machine washable or strictly dry clean only?
In action, you know what it can do.
Okay, the writers are somehow finding a way to explain why the suits, they look like spandex, but they're not really spandex. I suppose it's kind of like, why did the Klingons look human in the original Star Trek series? Because that was the budget.
Yes, and it's all very impressive. I'm not cut out to be your black power dude.
Series Black.
Power dude.
I'm no superhero. Besides, I got places to go.
Promises to keep.
Something like that.
Guys, forget him. This chump would never make it through basic testing anyways.
Oh, he's baiting him.
Testing? What testing?
Three-dimensional spatial orientation.
Okay, well, is this really fair? Because he does have hardware inside him that gives him physical strength and speed.
Anatomical stress resistance.
Field motion recovery.
Liquid immersion capabilities.
Oh, that's very Harry Houdini.
Anatomical flexibility.
Please.
We have no choice. Series Black needs to go operational before the city's defenses are breached again.
This is my favorite part!
Generation 9 amphibious attack bot. The hydraulic circulatory system will allow it to enter Corinth through the city's water supply.
Now, I wonder if the water supply has some kind of connection to maybe the sewers. Those of you who watched the very last episode of Beast Morphers know where I'm going with this.
Corinth City. Self-sustained, self-contained living environment.
I'm 99% certain they are filming in a place called Western Springs. It's a park I've been to many, many times.
Look, once your DNA is bonded to the Series Black Morpher, it's permanent. We'd be trusting you with all of this.
Don't.
Oh, so it bonds to him. That sounds similar to I think the Chronomorpher in Time Force. Although, if I understand what she said, it kind of implied that this was permanent. And the other thing about Western Springs, I mean, it's a nice place to visit. This would have been challenging for them to film in because there are ducks and swans, and there is poop everywhere. They probably would have had to have sprayed down the sidewalks and everything before they filmed this scene. And my dog is acting up.
We'd be trusting you with all of this.
Don't. Someone trusted me to save them once, and
You're still out there looking, even if you can't remember who they are.
Okay, so one of the things haunting him is he tried to save somebody and failed. Okay, he's focusing on what might be a brother and sister. Did he lose a sister? I think the rain might be significant.
You'll do it?
I'll do it. One condition.
You have conditions now.
Just one.
Let Ziggy out of prison. Like I said, they are going to become friends.
I don't know if you've heard of them, the Power Rangers.
Watch your back, Ziggy!
Oh man, that guy is so scary.
I'm a huge fan. No, coming here for the big thing.
One good reason we're bringing this guy with us?
He can make shadow puppets.
Bonded.
Series Black online.
Looks good. I just had a crazy thought, and they have set it up. If Ziggy somehow saves the day at some point in the series, doing a shadow puppet, I will be blown away. Time will tell. Please let there be a shadow puppet.
Congratulations.
How does it feel? It's a little tight.
Yeah. That has got to be the coolest thing I've ever seen in my... Wait. Perfect. Okay, ready? Red, squeeze a little closer to black. Yeah. That's perfect. That's great. Oh, no.
This is just embarrassing.
Yellow, you're
This is just embarrassing.
Smile. You're a Power Ranger, so have fun
Come
with
on,
it.
Okay, Ziggy is the best.
Oh, I'm kind of ruining a special Ranger moment here, aren't I? Maybe stepping on tradition just a bit.
Whoa.
Totally cool. Just pretend like I'm not even here.
Okay, do you see what they're doing here? Wow. So, any thoughts? Any theories? I totally agree. Okay, hear me and my dog out. This shot, this framing, there's a subliminal message going on here. Do you see what Ziggy's wearing underneath his black? He's wearing green, and we all know that the Rangers usually wear the colors of their Ranger suits.
There is one thing I gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the spandex?
Talk
About sensitive.
Would it be a cliche for me to point out that you missed a spot?
Okay, so our room's right up that way. Do you sleep with that thing?
I would if I slept.
So does that mean he can't sleep because he has trouble sleeping, maybe nightmares, or he just doesn't sleep because he's half machine? Whoa, is this a dream? Okay, so now I'm confused. He implied in the earlier scene that he doesn't dream. Looks like he just had a dream. I'm going to go back and watch that again. Okay, some of this lighting, it's reminiscent of Venjex's headquarters. Oh, the eyes. Okay, so was he dreaming about things from his past, or is there something prophetic about the dream? The fact that like some of the lighting and other things in the dream was reminiscent of Venjex's headquarters, and the woman in the dream, although it was very close up, To me, it kind of looks like Tanaya, even though we only got a brief glimpse of her, I think, in the last episode. And the eyes, there's something about the eyes that's not natural, so it makes me think that maybe there's something robotic or something about her. She's an android or something. There's something about her that's been altered. Dylan was clearly affected by that brother and sister in the park earlier. So I'm wondering if Dylan had a sister. The watch and the little tune that it plays has some kind of connection to her. And given all the kind of Vengex imagery in the dream, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that maybe Dylan had a sister. Something happened to her. He wasn't able to save her. And maybe Vengex used her as the template for the Tanaya 7 model. I could be way off base. I honestly have no idea. I'm just spouting ideas right now. I guess we'll find out.
Ziggy, do you know a way out of the city?
Out. You mean out? Dylan, wait!
So where's he going? If the person he said he failed to save is gone, where's he going?
My car.
I've traced this
Oh, he took Red's car.
for water plant.
But my car. Nobody touches my car.
Right, well,
Well, he did.
You guys just keep getting ugly.
I already released the mist, and a battalion of grinders is flooding into the city.
So, yeah, already seeing a lot of Japanese footage. Okay, that's probably New Zealand. My grinders!
Not so fast.
Okay, that's pretty sure that's Japanese footage. So I'm not recognizing most of these places. Also, the Japanese footage is usually a little grainier than the New Zealand footage. Where did you get that? Did you just pull it out of your back pocket?
Why take this city apart?
That's cool. Okay, see, this guy is so non-indecisive. It makes me think that he's not waiting for the right timing. He's not sure whether to leave or not. Okay, this footage is definitely not New Zealand. We don't have a bridge like that. And we certainly don't have the Statue of Liberty. I'm guessing this is probably Tokyo. Okay, now we're in New Zealand. Yeah, this footage is definitely New Zealand. Yeah, that's a lot.
They're in trouble.
Okay, this is a personal thing with me. It's not a biggie. Knowing how films get made and everything, great effort is made to make sure that pedestrians and passersby aren't necessarily seen in the background. But if you look at this shot, it was very quick, but I spotted the guy just right there. There's a guy watching the filming. And I know for a fact there's no way this would have been somebody in the crew, the film crew or anything, because they're very, very diligent to make sure that nobody gets spotted. So they would have been pulled way off to the side or behind the camera operators. So that's just some random New Zealander watching them film the scene. I think I spotted that once or twice during Beast Morphers filming. There were some people that were like, you know, I don't remember if they made it into the shot.
Doc, can you tap me into the feed for this radio transmission?
Don't ever call me Doc.
I want Dylan to hear it.
Dr. K's got some attitude. Okay, well maybe he is gonna go.
Rotate attack. Coming. Calling for backup. Repeat. Calling for backup.
Oh, he's gonna turn around. That's an entrance. Okay, it's about to get real. His first official morph. Wow, the style of this show is so different to any other Power Rangers. It's really great.
I hate grinders.
I think he said that in a previous episode. Dirty tricks. Oh!
You want some?
More rubber pallets. Why are you driving across a damaged bridge? I see no logic or reason to drive across that bridge right now. Boom. And again, they probably took about 5 or 6 square city blocks. I'm sure nobody was on those streets.
Please stop that.
Ranger Black, give me a status update now.
Wow.
I'll be fine.
No, I mean give me a status update on my car.
Ranger Black?
Okay, there's going to be a rivalry between these two. Oh, that's a great way to end that. Yeah, that was cool. Wow. Following up on a previous prediction, I'm convinced Ziggy and Dylan are going to become friends. Maybe best friends. Who knows? Definitely 100% convinced Ziggy is going to become the Green Ranger. There's too much foreshadowing. The staging, the shirt. Yeah, he's going to be the Green Ranger. Dylan's dream. Wow, that was interesting. Again, so is he dreaming about things from the past, or is he having some kind of prophetic dream in the future? Who was the girl in the dream? Based on what Dylan had said previously, he tried to save somebody and lost that person. So I'm guessing it is this woman in the dream. Again, going back to the park, the way he was affected by the brother and sister playing around. My guess is it was probably a sister. Normally, I wouldn't think anything about the rain coming down at the end of that scene in the park. But given that the title of the episode is called Rain, that suggests to me that there's something significant about the rain. It's foreshadowing something, or it's throwback to something that we don't know in Dylan's past. Looking forward to seeing where this is going. See you at episode 4. Someone's being very loud down the hallway.